Well, in addition to Susan Sparks being in 5 shows concurrently, she's kind of a force of nature in the art world, and I'm not going to read all this, but she has pretty much touched every aspect of, I think, the Pittsburgh art world. She She has been associated with the Andrew Carnegie Free Library Music Hall in Carnegie. She has been part of Dance Alloy Theater, Mattress Factory, Touchstone Center for Crafts. She's currently an exhibiting member and president chair of the Pittsburgh Watercolor Society, where we have a show at the North Hills Arts Center. She is a founding member and director of the Pittsburgh 10, an exhibiting member of the Fiber Arts Guild of Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh Society of Artists. She's been a board member, Associated Artists of Pittsburgh. I mean, every group you can imagine in this area, it seems Susie has been part of and enhanced. She's even been on 2 boards of the Cultural Trust. She has been through, I think, a lot of different permutations with her own artwork, and she, in addition to being a lovely watercolor artist, she is currently working on a series called The Art of Noise, and she expresses music and sound and patterns and textures of sound in a visual language. She has something which I had never heard of, which I find very interesting. I'm probably going to butcher it. Synesthesia?
Synesthesia.
Ooh. And that's a sensory perception that allows her to see sound. So she has a technique that she calls ink, tape, and magic. And she uses aluminum plumber's tape and backing such as foam core and India ink. And she draws and etches into the surface and comes up with absolutely beautiful art pieces. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Susie Sparks, our juror. So come on down, and she's going to share her thoughts with you about our current show. Thank you.
First of all, I just want to say something just from listening tonight, listening to what y'all were saying. I lived out on the other coast for a number of years, senior level corporate creative, and there were some great arts communities, but I have always bragged about Pittsburgh, the depth, the breadth, the talent, the different mediums, the different uses of all of the arts combined. I'm sorry, you having trouble hearing back there? Okay. All of the different varieties of arts, music, dance, theater, poetry. We are really rich in this region in the arts. But the other thing that is most amazing about it is how we intermingle and mash up. Because just in our conversations here about all the different people, we've got 3 members of Pittsburgh Watercolor Society, plus myself here tonight. And there are a few others that are members of your group as well. But it's kind of amazing, and it's wonderful to do this. That's why I love working with all the different media and different aspects of it. And I was thrilled when I was asked to be the juror here. And I'm really thrilled that I got to see all this beautiful work. You guys did a great job, just right off the bat. I've also worked with a lot of jurors in my time. In the 18 years that I've been back in this area and immersed in arts and culture, as executive director of some organizations, as creative director of other organizations, I've had the opportunity to work with jurors from all over the world. And every juror has their own process. Some of them, you think, what? But it works. So I've learned a lot from all these different jurors that I've incorporated into how I look at a project. But what I do when I come in, I just look at the work. I just walk around, take my time. First time is just look at the work, just get a feel for all of it. Usually what happens is there's a handful of pieces that pop out and bite you, and you can't stop looking at them. And that's how this show started. That's exactly what I did. There were no tags on the wall. I didn't know who did what. I didn't look at the back of the pieces or any of that stuff. I just looked at what was going on. And they were installing while I was here, so every time I turned around, there was another piece. Well, this piece right here was not here when I first started looking around. This piece right here. And I was over in that other room. I came back in, and I turned around, and it was on that wall, and I went, what? That's how strong this piece is. I mean, I don't think anybody can argue with what this amazing woman has done here. This was our best in show. It just speaks to you, the movement, the composition, the color, it's just it's lovely. You could like feel the water, you know? So, who did it? I don't know, that Kim Freythaler or something? Kim Freythaler? That Kim Freythaler? I shouldn't have started with the best of show, but there was so much good work in here. And what I tried to do was, I think if you saw my juror statement was, I walk around and I look for different media, different uses of media, and the best product in, bless you, the best product in that. There may have been some, I don't know how to say this, better paintings, but they were in a different media. So I don't know if you understand that. Like, instead of picking all of the best landscapes, I pick one best landscape and one best portrait or one best, and bless you again, and try to include and incorporate as much of that as possible, because I think that really says a lot about the art that's created and the people that are doing it. So we'll go on a little bit more here. This is our first place piece.
Well, that's the first.
Kim was best of show. This is first place. When I looked at this, I could smell the water and I could feel the ocean breeze. The composition, the use of color, the use of the media, it's just stunning. It is just stunning. So I congratulate Patricia. She's not here tonight.
Patty, yeah, no, she's not.
Yeah.
She may be online, I'm not sure.
Okay, Patty, you're online. This was awesome.
Nice job.
Okay. Now, as you can see, these are two completely different styles, everything about it, subject matter. So that's what I do. I look for what I feel is the best and has the most expression in it. This is an amazing abstract.
Yeah. Nice.
That was our third.
This is the third place piece, yes.
Yeah.
Just the movement, the flow, the use of color, how it pulls you in and makes you move around. I just thought this was stunning, and it was just a really lovely, what she called grounded was the title for this. And I don't know if you see that in there or not, but it is grounded. So this was our third place winner.
And that's by Star Hall.
Yes. Another, like I said, there were so many good pieces, really wonderful. Now the awards of merit, I could have given a lot of people all first places and second places.
Our second place is on the table there in front of you.
Ah, yes, sorry. The little ones, I almost forgot. The warmth and depth. And this is a little jewel. This is a gem. I have a thing for small works too, though, because I feel that they are little gems. And we just had a small works exhibit at Wilkins School Community Center for Waterworks, for Watercolor Society. And it was some of the most beautiful work I've seen come out of our group it was just amazing. But I love the use of media here. It just, the color, the warmth, it's just lovely. Okay. Now, let's talk about Gina for a minute.
It's nice.
This is one of our awards of merit. Again, portraits. I was looking at people, and this way, Dave, we're getting too much glare. My husband is an artist too, so he will tell me. And I appreciate that. But portraits, everybody has a different way of looking at it, different way of representing. Gina's really good at this stuff. She's really, but this one really caught my eye because of her use of shadow with the media. I think the other portrait was very well done too, but what she did here with the composition, the expression, and this use of shadow just really makes this piece striking. So congratulations. Thank you for sharing. Now, I don't know if you guys know this gentleman. I'm not going to pick this
We
up.
might know who he is.
I'm not going to pick this up because I don't want to drop it. He would get very mad at me. But at this, the composition that he did, that this is a street scene. This is a Pittsburgh street scene with it. But the way he used the digital media, the color, the warmth, the depth, and the movement that he got in it, it just takes you in. It just pulls you in. I like both of his pieces as well, but this one just really was over the top, just took it one step further. This I loved. I'm taking that off.
Oh, that's cute.
Because it was just so joyous. It was just so, let's just take, okay. I love the shapes, I love the color and pattern texture in there, and it just draws you in. And it makes you happy. It's a happy piece.
It's a happy piece, definitely.
Yeah. And that's acrylic on board. No, yeah, it's on board.
There's another board.
And this I just thought was a lovely, intimate, amazing composition, use of the media, just delicate, and again, another little gem. So those were the awards that I picked and why I picked them. This was the People's Choice Award, which I thought was really interesting because this was on my list too as far as architectural.
Yeah.
There's some really beautiful pieces here for that too. Overall, there wasn't a stinker in the show, guys. It was all really good stuff, and you should be very proud of what this group does. Any questions? Good. Thank you again for letting me do this. It was a pleasure. And nice meeting all of you.
All right, well, thank you so much, everybody. That's the end of our main program here. If you want to spend some time and chat a little bit, if you want to, I don't know if it's okay with you, Susan, but if people want to ask you a question about their work that they had in the show, would you be all right with that? Sure. If anybody has any questions, please feel free. And when you pick up your artwork, please sign it out in the back. And thank you for attending. And we will be in touch with you and let you know what we have planned for the summer.
Thank you.